In this video, we are going to talk about the best Black Friday cookware deals for 2024. Let's jump in and get started. Fun time of year for those of us who love our fancy kitchens and love delicious food and our high-end cookware, because this is the one time of year when you can actually save some real money on the high-end stuff. Cheap stuff is cheap all the time, but this time of year you can save on Staub, Breville, Le Creuset, Falk, and others. So we're going to run through all the deals I have seen so far. Quick housekeeping note here. I put up a pop-up site for the Black Friday cookware deals called blackfridaycookwaredeals.com. Everything we talk about here will be listed there. Some links are affiliate links. Some are just screaming deals I thought you guys would be interested in. And final note here, putting out the call for help. If you run across deals you find, I don't have them listed, let me know and I will add them to the list and give you a shout out. Okay, let's start off with Falk. 25% off site-wide at Falk. A couple of exceptions for some of the stuff that was already marked down for those try me pieces, but 25% off the good stuff. I've got 3 pieces of Falk so far, and I ordered another one last night. I've got a big 12.6 inch frying pan, copper, and Falk makes some of the only real deal 2.5 millimeter thick copper pans that you can find these days without going to some sort of artisan producer. Fantastic cooking performance. This pan is normally about 440 bucks. It's down to about 330, so saving over $100 on a big pan like this. And even though that sounds like an outrageous amount for a frying pan, this pan is worth every penny of $330. So really enjoy my Falks. If the big frying pan is a little much for you and you want to give them a try, they've got the Try Me deal on these little guys, 154 bucks for this guy. Falk also makes a copper core line, and last night I went in and bought the big copper core frying pan. Same basic design as this guy, but it's got stainless steel on the outside, copper in the middle, and a stainless steel cooking surface. It was over $400 and over $100 off. I got it for $320 or so. So over $100 savings there. Did it myself. And that makes a good segue. Why did I buy that copper core pan? Because it is induction compatible. Good segue to the Breville here. I have been using this Breville Control Freak induction burner. Fantastic induction burner. I don't have the entire review ready to go yet, but it's going to get a thumbs up. It works really, really well. Normally $1,499, completely outrageous for an induction burner, but they are on sale now for $11.99. So 300 bucks off on the Control Freaks, and that is $300 of real money. Still expensive, but that is a big savings there. Also, they've got Black Friday sales on lots of their other high-end home appliances, kitchen appliances. I just bought, and it hasn't come in yet, so we'll be doing an unboxing video later on, but I bought the Smart Oven Air Fryer Pro. It's normally $3.99, and that was down to $2.99. Seemed like a good deal to me. Okay, let's talk a little All-Clad. The All-Clad D3 12-inch frying pan with lid is 99 bucks. And I always call this pan kind of the gateway drug pan. This is your gateway drug into the world of real deal frying pans, real deal high-end cookware. I've had friends remodeling their kitchens and they ask me what type pots and pans should I get. I always say, start with All-Clad D3, set that as your base level, and then upgrade and go from there as needs and budget allow. So good deal on the D3. The D5 with lid, pretty much the exact same size pan with the lid, but this one is 5-ply with stainless steel in the middle. The D3 is 3-ply. 149, 150 bucks for that guy, and I think that is a solid price for it. The D5 frying pan lists for about $280. It's not a $280 pan. It is, however, a $149 pan, so solid value there with lid. Speaking of lids and All-Clad, lots of All-Clad sets on sale now. Some buying advice for sets is make sure you compare apples to apples. There are so many different retailers with different All-Clad sets, and they're all slightly different configurations. Remember that lids count as pieces. So if you see a 14-piece set and 5 of those pieces are lids, you're really only getting 9 pots and pans. Just be aware of that. Also, sets can either be a great deal or a terrible deal. It just depends on a case-by-case basis, because they tend to pad the numbers of pieces with some smaller pans that most people are not going to use that much. So you definitely got to make sure you know what you're getting. You also have to be careful with sets because they often don't include a big 12-inch frying pan. This would be one of your workhorse size pans in your kitchen. And not to be a conspiracy theorist, but I think they want to sell you kind of the base level, and then you add the fancy frying pan on top. So just make sure you know what you're getting. But if the price is right and you need the pans, then sets are a great way to go. And there are so many different All-Clad series and sets with various numbers of pieces from various retailers that it's too confusing to go through. But I will throw out that if you are a Costco member, they often have some screaming deals on the All-Clad D3 and D5 sets, and sometimes even the copper cores. Speaking of copper core, the best price I've seen on the big copper core All-Clad is $279. That's an okay deal, but that is not a screaming deal. If you can find that one for somewhere around $250, let me know and I will post that. But right now, $280 on the copper cores. Also, while we're talking All-Clad, I want to mention this All-Clad 3.5 liter deep fryer with oil storage. But I note I paid about $199, $200 for that last Black Friday, and here they are $50 cheaper. I think $149 for those at the moment. Now, if you've been around the channel for a while, you know that I've been recommending that t-fal Easy Clean deep fryer with oil storage for 4 or 5 years now. Fantastic deep fryer. The All-Clad is kind of the rich first cousin to that t-fal. Most people don't know this, but t-fal and All-Clad are owned by the same parent conglomerate over in Europe. It's a French conglomerate. And does that make t-fal and All-Clad French cookware? I'm not really sure about that. So I note that this All-Clad fryer is very, 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 very similar to that t-fal. It's just fancier with the stainless steel. Now let's get into a little bit of the enamel cast iron. Current screaming deal is on these 4-quart stoves. Mine has the upgraded knob. The ones I'm talking about here have the regular knob. But there's a lot of competition on this model for whatever reason. $129 for those guys. Screaming deal there. And lots of different retailers have them. I believe Cutlery and More, Amazon, Williams, Sonoma, Sur La Table, Table Tabla, and others. So a lot of competition there. And if you don't have any enamel cast iron pieces, this could easily be a gateway drug piece itself, because I think if you get one of these, you're going to want more. Was it Adam Smith that once talked about the invisible hand of the market? Those 4-quart stoves were $149 the other day, and I thought that was a great price. And I put up some links about that, and the next day somebody went to $129, and it seemed like all these other retailers matched, and everybody's now saving an extra $20. We didn't even have to do anything. That's that competitive, invisible hand of the market at work, driving down prices through competition. Speaking of competition, there is quite a bit also on the 7-quart stoves, and I've seen these for $279 at quite a number of retailers, the ones I just mentioned for the 4s, and probably a few others as well. I think at $279, that's a good price on that 7-quart. Amazon for one day had the 7 quarts at $256, but only for a blue color, and they sold out, and those are now gone. So $279 on the 7 quarts. And here I got to say that so far, and it could change at any moment, I'm seeing a lot more deals on stoves than Le Creusets. The Le Creusets kind of scant. They had a 9-inch frying pan, I think for $99. I believe that was about 50% off. And there was an oval casserole with lid for about 30% off. But overall though, they are not matching the prices so far, at least on the 7 quarts and most of the cast iron pieces. The 7-quart Le Creusets are still up around $350, $360. And I think if the Le Creuset is $360 and the stove is $280, I'm going stove definitely in that category. Now, did you guys know that I am a mind reader, and I can tell that someone out there is moving their mouse pointer to the feedback section and they're about to type a comment that says, did you know you're mispronouncing Le Creuset? It's not lait in French, it's la. La versus lay. Got a question for you. Would you rather get lud or would you rather get laid? And here I am obviously talking about the flower necklace they put around your neck when you deplane in Hawaii. But seriously, I think lay is a lot better sounding word than la. If we're mispronouncing French anyway, for English speakers, I think Le Creuset, it rhymes, it rolls off the tongue better. If you go to the Le Creuset site, they have videos with English speakers where the English speakers also say lay on the official Le Creuset site. So I am going to continue to say lay because it sounds easier and it's easier to say. Moving right along, Debouillet is having a site-wide sale up to 40% off. Now the 40% off is on some more obscure stuff that you might not be interested in, but 25% off on the good stuff. Now we had that 25% off sale early here at Uncle Scott's Kitchen. We've had that all month on the carbon steels. Here though, I've had people asking about the affinities, the Debouillet 5-ply affinity stainless steels. These, this 12-inch, normally about a $280 pan, it's down to $202. I really like this pan at $202. By way of comparison, the All-Clad D3 that I had a minute ago, less than 3 pounds. This one is up around 4 pounds. So a thicker, heavier pan, 5-ply. And I know people always get mad at me about this, but just in terms of handles, I do like that Debouillet handle in terms of looks more than the All-Clad handle. And I will await everyone pounding on me. Also at Debouillet, this is one of the Eno Cuivre copper pans. Stainless steel line, very nice looking French style, French made handle, cast iron handle. These guys cost an arm and a leg, but at the moment, if you're in the copper pan fancy stratosphere, 25% off of those guys, and that can be $150, $200 or so for a pan like that. Now for a little bit of buying advice and a tip here, you've probably heard me say before that if something is in stock and you see it at a price you like, you might as well jump on it because you don't know if it's going to last. The other day, I bought a 6 1/4 quart oval stove Dutch oven from Cutlery & More. And normally over 500 bucks. They had a bunch of different colors down, $249 to I think $269. On one color, it was $199. The lilac. That's right, the lilac. I've already got black, I've got gray, I've got red, I've got blue, I've got yellow, I've got green. Where do you go from there? The lilac. Regardless, those lilacs were 199 bucks. I jumped on it. Next morning, they were gone. So jump on these deals when they arise. These things come and go. And for that reason, I'm going to continuously update the Black Friday CookwareDeals.com site in the description below this video. As these deals come and go, I will make sure everyone is updated, but make sure you bookmark the pages and check back for the latest. Okay, some stuff I've been looking for, but I have not seen yet. Smithy, cast iron and carbon steel. I haven't seen any kind of great Black Friday deal out of them yet. I am hoping for one. Baking steel, haven't seen much out of them yet. Hoping for a baking steel deal. I really like those steels for making pizza in a home oven. The DeMeyer Proline Atlantises seem to be still fully priced. No sales on those yet. And a couple of quick hitters here that you guys let me know about. Some of the Instant Pots were on sale, I think at Macy's and Amazon. I'll get those linked up on the website. And I'm giving a shout out to the people who sent in the links here. There's some deals at Williams-Sonoma in Canada on Le Creuset. Make sure you let me know about the deals. I did get a couple people saying that they were trying to post deals and their comments were disappearing. What I think is happening, I'm not deleting anything. I think you must have been posting a URL. If you're posting a hyperlink in there, the YouTube system may not allow you to post a hyperlink. So what you need to do is just tell me the retailer and the deal. I will search it out, I will go and find it, and then I will link it up and make sure I give you a shout out. Now, as for me, what have I bought personally so far? I bought that stainless steel frying pan from Falk. I got a blue steel baking sheet from De Bouillet, also the steak pan set from De Bouillet with the carbon steel steak pan and the pepper mill. I bought an Abel Skyver pan, probably mispronouncing that. I got the Staub 6 1/4 quart Dutch oven, and I got the Breville Pro air fryer toaster oven. Now, assuming I survive until next week, my wife has not seen the credit card bill yet, and I may sleep with one eye open. I'm not sure what the over under is on me surviving, but assuming I survive, the next thing we're gonna do is get all this stuff in, and we'll do a big unboxing video and take a look at this stuff, and hopefully, eventually, cook something delicious to eat. Until that time, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time, if I survive, on Uncle Scott's Kitchen.